Dear soul, right now, when your eyes are still red from crying and your chest feels tight, and you wonder if it's really worth fighting for this feeling that's become too heavy to handle, I need you to know something important. Archangel Michael told me something that could completely change your story, and I have to tell you now. I see you there, tired from waiting and believing in signs that never seem to come true. You are wondering if it would be better to just close this chapter and move on. I know you've told yourself 1,000 times that it's time to give up, that this person will never come back, that all this love was just in your imagination. But there's something your reason can't understand. There's something that goes beyond human logic. Miguel told me that what you call stubbornness, attachment, and difficulty to overcome is actually an authentic connection that was created in dimensions your conscious mind cannot even imagine. This force that stops you from moving on when everyone around you says you should is not weakness. It is ancient wisdom telling you that the time to let go has not yet come. Have you ever wondered why, even after so much time, even after trying to forget, you still feel that fire burning inside your chest when you think of that person? Why does your heart race when you hear their name? When you see something that reminds you of them? When you dream about them without warning? That intensity hasn't changed at all, has it? It's still as powerful as it was on the first day. Like time has no effect on what you shared. Archangel Michael showed me a clear vision of what really happens behind the scenes of your connection. You might be wondering if it's worth having this hope, but there's someone else who's fighting against their own feelings. They're in a silent and desperate battle. This person still thinks about you, but they're afraid to let themselves be vulnerable because they're worried about how their feelings might look to others. Miguel says she shouldn't give up now, even though everything is about to change. The person you have been crying for in silence is reaching their limit. The walls they built to protect themselves are beginning to crack. Very soon, they will no longer be able to keep up the appearance of not caring. Before continuing, write in the comments, "I now activate my spiritual protection shield." This will connect you with angelic energy and keep negative influences at bay. Now I have a revelation that could change everything. You have been very courageous, keeping a fire alive that many others would have put out long ago. You have remained hopeful even when it seemed like you had nothing left to give. Miguel wants you to know that all this resistance has not been in vain. Every moment of pain, every night without sleep thinking about this person, and every time you chose to keep believing even when it seemed crazy, all of this has created a powerful energy that is about to return to you multiplied. There is an invisible force working tirelessly to break down the barriers that keep you apart. This force doesn't care about human logic, wounded pride, or fears. It's an unstoppable force that's slowly erasing all the reasons they had to avoid you. Have you recently felt more restless? Like something strange is happening behind the scenes of your life? Maybe you've woken up with your heart racing for no reason, or felt that strange sensation that she's thinking about you at the exact moment you think about her. These aren't imaginary. They're echoes of a communication that happens at frequencies your physical ears can't pick up. Miguel tells me that something will happen in the next few days that will change the pattern that has been repeating itself between you. It won't be something subtle or unclear that will leave you wondering if it really happened. It will be clear, direct, impossible to ignore. A word, a gesture, or an attitude will finally show what this person has been hiding for a long time. The Archangel wants you to understand this important point. When that moment comes, you need to be prepared not only to receive, but also to consciously choose how to respond. What's coming isn't just the return of someone, it's a chance to build something completely new on the ruins of what you used to be. Here, we begin to understand that your journey to this moment has not just been about waiting for someone. We begin to understand that your journey to this moment has not just been about waiting for someone. It has also been about becoming the person capable of receiving true love without losing yourself in it. Every time you cried, every night you couldn't sleep, and every time you wondered if you were crazy for believing, all of it has made you a stronger, more aware, and more complete person. Miguel shows me that this person is going through such a big change inside that she can no longer pretend that you don't matter. The feelings she tried to forget are back, and they're hitting her hard. She doesn't have the energy to deal with it. It's as if a dam inside her is broken, and all the pressure is rushing out, going right to you. She's just been thinking about you a lot recently, almost like she needs you. She has picked up the phone to call you and stopped. She feels a strong desire to talk to you, but she's also afraid that it may be too late. She has written messages she never sends. She has passed by places you used to go together, hoping to run into you by chance. She has asked mutual friends about you in a way that seems casual, but is actually driven by an urgent need to know how you are. Before continuing, write in the comments, "My energy is sacred and no evil has power over me. Things will never be the same again, and this protection will be very important for what is coming." What this person doesn't understand is that her resistance has not protected anyone. It has only caused more suffering for both of you. Miguel tells me that she is about to realize this in a big way. She will face her own vulnerability in an unexpected situation. In that moment of total fragility, the only person she will be able to think of is you. It could be a song on the radio that reminds you of something you can't forget. It could be a dream so vivid that she wakes up with your name on her lips. It could be someone on the street who reminds her of you and makes her feel vulnerable. Or it could be that she is so exhausted from carrying this weight alone, pretending to live a normal life even though she is silently screaming for you. And when that happens, and Miguel assures me it will happen very soon, she will no longer be able to delay the inevitable. She will find the strength to be brave because she will get tired of fighting. She will get to a point where it will hurt her more to stay away from you than to face the fear of being completely vulnerable with you. If you feel like you need to strengthen your spiritual protection and your connection to the higher forces that are in charge of this return, there is something powerful that can make this happen faster. Look for the link in the pinned comment or description of this video. It will lead you to spiritual tools that can make your energy much stronger during this important moment. It is no coincidence that you are here right now. The universe is guiding you to everything that can make your journey stronger. But let's get back to what's important. When this person comes to you, they won't do it with fancy speeches or big shows. They will come in pieces, weak and confused. They will come to you and admit that they tried to forget you, but they couldn't. They will tell you that they tried to move on with their lives, but they couldn't. They will admit that they tried to find someone else, but they couldn't. They will tell you that they tried to move on, but they couldn't find anyone else. If this message touches you, please click the thank you button below the video. This helps us spread the word about this mission. It also helps us reach more people who need to know about this invisible reality. Miguel wants you to know that getting ready for this moment should not be about getting revenge or asking for answers about the months of silence. It should be preparation for compassion, forgiveness, and the possibility of starting over with a completely different foundation. What's coming back to you isn't the same person who left. It's someone who has been changed by your absence in their life. This person has discovered, in the most painful way possible, that there are things in life that only they can deal with. There are heartbeats that only match up with one person's heartbeat. We can only be truly happy when we are with the right person for us, not someone we think we should be with. The truth about you will be so shocking that it will change her view of you and her understanding of love. When she understands this, nothing will stop her from being with you. At this moment, we understand that the universe's timing is always perfect. At this moment, we realize that the timing of the universe is always perfect. Even when we feel impatient and question every delay, every silence, and every day that passes without anything changing, the universe is still working perfectly. Miguel tells me that there is a divine synchronization orchestrating every movement of this story, and you have been at the center of a cosmic dance far more complex and beautiful than you can see. During these months of separation, you have both been living different lives. This has allowed you to see each other in a new light. You have become stronger, more aware of your own worth, and more capable of loving without losing yourself. She is discovering who she really is when you are not around. This discovery is very shocking. Before continuing, write in the comments, "Where there is light, no shadow remains." This statement shows your courage, faith, and spiritual rebirth. Keep going with the message that will change your life forever. The person you love is starting to doubt everything. Every day without you has taught me a valuable lesson about what truly matters in life. She told herself it would be better this way. She told herself you weren't compatible. She told herself the problems of the past were too big to overcome. But life has a unique way of teaching us through our own experiences. Living without you has been the most difficult experience of her life. Miguel tells me that lately she has found herself comparing every new person she meets to you, and always coming to the same awful conclusion. No one can awaken in her even a little bit of what you did. Conversations seem superficial, smiles don't seem as bright, and silences don't feel as meaningful. It's as if she's tasted the best wine, and now all other drinks taste bitter. This constant comparison is making her feel uneasy. She's realizing that what you had wasn't ordinary. It wasn't something you find easily. It was rare, special, and one of those connections that maybe comes along once in a lifetime, if we're lucky. She understands that she may have lost something that can't be replaced. This thought is starting to worry her. Miguel wants to emphasize that when she returns, it won't be because she's desperate or because she's found something better. It will be because she has finally understood how valuable your relationship is. It will be because her soul screamed louder than her pride, because true love conquered fear, because she discovered that there are things in life worth fighting for, even when it means swallowing your ego. You've been feeling it too, right? Do you ever feel like something is coming and the air around you feels different? It's not just in your imagination. It's your intuition picking up on the energy waves that come before big changes. It's like when you feel it's going to rain before you even see a cloud in the sky. There's a pressure in the air, a subtle electricity that tells you there's a storm coming. The storm that's coming isn't destructive, it's renewing. It's the kind of rain that washes the dry earth and brings new life where there was only dryness before. Miguel wants you to prepare for this renewal, not with worry, but with calm. Don't have fixed ideas about how things should happen. Be open to what the universe has planned especially for you. You might be wondering, what if I get hurt again? What if it's just another false hope? What if she returns, but doesn't stay permanently? Miguel says that it's normal to be afraid of getting hurt, but you can't let that stop you from making decisions. You have already shown that you can handle pain, that you can get back up when you're at your lowest, and that you can keep your dignity even when you're really hurting. The strength you've gained during this time will stay with you when she returns. Instead, it will help you build something new and stronger than anything you've ever had. Now that you know your own worth, you know your limits, and you know what you are willing to accept and what you will never accept again. The person who returns to you will find someone who has changed. This person has learned to love themselves first, so they can then love another person in a healthy way. This will completely change the dynamic between you, creating a much more mature and lasting foundation for what is to come. This is a key question that will decide if this reunion will be successful. This reunion will be successful if you can forgive this person and yourself for doubting your intuition in the past. Miguel tells me that the biggest obstacle to complete happiness is forgiving the other person for months of silence, not forgiving yourself for doubting whether you were being foolish and continuing to believe. Your heart always knew the truth. Even when your mind came up with 1,000 logical reasons to convince you otherwise, even when friends and family insisted that you should move on, even when you tried to force yourself to give up, there was a voice whispering deep down that it wasn't over yet. You were right. You were right. Before continuing, write in the comments, "I am guided, protected, and strengthened by angels of light." This will connect you with angelic energy and allow you to receive everything that is coming to you without resistance. Miguel shows me a beautiful scene. This person waking up in the middle of the night with their heart racing, sweating, and having just had a dream so real with you that for a few seconds, they can't distinguish between dream and reality. In the dream, you two were laughing and talking like you used to, and there was a peace and completeness that she hasn't felt in months. When she wakes up and realizes it was just a dream, she feels deep sadness. Then, she feels a clear sense of urgency. She needs to look for you, but there is still a battle inside her between her heart, which wants you, and her mind, which makes it hard for her to be with you. What if she doesn't want to see me anymore? What if she found someone better? What if I hurt her too much and there's no going back? These thoughts torture her every day, making her feel stuck and unsure about what to do. What she doesn't know is that Miguel is working to create the perfect situation where her courage will finally overcome her fear. It could be a chance encounter that seems accidental, but is actually planned by the universe. It could be a special date that reminds you of something important. Maybe she's going through something hard, and that's making her see that life is too short to waste on being offended. If this message has touched your heart, remember that supporting this mission is also a way to show love. If you feel it in your heart, click "Thank you" so that more people can receive words that save, welcome, and awaken. This act strengthens the chain of light that is changing lives. Miguel says that this will happen very soon, and you will know right away when it happens. It won't be just a regular message or a superficial contact. It will be full of raw vulnerability, with an honesty she never had the courage to show before. It may be accompanied by tears, a broken voice, and hands that shake as she types the words she has practiced many times in her head. At that important moment, how you act will decide what happens between you both in the future. It will also show the world what love looks like. True love is about more than just feeling things. It's about choosing to act with kindness, even when you have the option to be cold. Miguel, you are too kind to let anger ruin this special moment. Deep down, you know that if you let yourself feel hurt, you'll miss out on a chance to show how strong you are. This doesn't mean accepting anything or giving up your boundaries. It means being willing to listen, to understand, and to give something new and more beautiful a chance to rise from the ashes of what you once were. The person who returns to you will be different from the one who left. They will be someone humbled by their own stubbornness, broken by your absence, and finally aware of the mistake they made in letting fear speak louder than love. They will come asking for a chance to build something new, not to go back to how things were. You have grown stronger on your own journey, and you will learn to tell the difference between empty words and real regret. Your intuition, which has always been right even when you didn't believe it, will immediately know if what is being offered is real or just another attempt to fill a temporary emptiness. Miguel wants you to know something that will touch your heart deeply. This time it's real. This time it's final. This time it's forever. Miguel wants you to know something that will touch your heart deeply. This time it's real. This time it's final. And this time it's forever. It's not just a weak promise based on short-term feelings. It's a choice made by two people who have learned from their time apart. They now understand how important their relationship is. The Archangel tells me that this person has changed a lot during this time away from you. Sometimes she doesn't even recognize herself. Her priorities have changed completely. Her values have been reorganized, and you are now at the top of her list of what really matters in her life. She doesn't have an unhealthy obsession, but she is aware that she has found her soulmate. She made a mistake by letting them slip away because she was scared and immature. Before continuing, write in the comments, "The light that guides me is stronger than any darkness." This statement will create an energetic portal that will remove all final obstacles from your path. She has been talking to close friends about you, and for the first time she is openly admitting how much she regrets her decision to leave. She talks about you with a sense of respect that even her close friends are surprised by. She sees qualities in you that she didn't fully appreciate before. It's as if the distance has made her remember all the good things you experienced together more clearly. Miguel tells me that she has been thinking a lot about all the relationships she has had in her life. She has decided that none of them compare to the relationship you two have. It's not intense, it's not complicated, and it's not real happiness. It's like comparing a candle to the sun. They're just not comparable. This has made her feel like she can't take it anymore. It is the urgency of someone who has discovered that they have lost the greatest treasure in their life and will now do anything to get it back. It's not desperation, it's determination. It's not neediness. It's just that she knows exactly where she belongs and who she wants to spend the rest of her life with. Something will happen in the coming days that will make her take action. Maybe it's the anniversary of something special you shared. Maybe it will be a song that plays when she is thinking about you. Maybe it will be such a clear and direct sign from the universe that she will no longer be able to ignore it. Or maybe she will just reach her own limit. Maybe being away from you will start to hurt more than the possibility of being rejected. And when she finally finds the courage to look for you, she won't do it in a half-hearted way or with subtle hints. It will be with the complete truth about everything she has felt during these months, about the regret that consumes her, and about the certainty that you are the person with whom she wants to build a real life. She will be vulnerable, honest, and real in a way she may never have been before. Miguel wants you to be ready for that moment. It won't be hard to deal with, but it will be so beautiful, freeing, and healing that you may be overwhelmed with emotion. It will be as if all the tears you shed quietly, all the nights you spent awake worrying if you were being silly, all the moments when you almost gave up but chose to keep believing, all of it will finally make sense. You will realize that every day of suffering made you stronger. Every moment of doubt tested your faith. And every tear you shed was a seed planted in the garden of the future you will build together. Nothing was a waste. Everything had a greater purpose that your human eyes couldn't see at the time. You will also realize that you have become the person you needed to be to fully and healthily live this love. Loneliness taught you to rely on yourself. Pain taught you to appreciate joy. Uncertainty taught you to trust your gut. You are not the same person you were at the beginning. You have improved. You are stronger, wiser, and more complete. When you meet again, it will feel like two new people are meeting for the first time, but they will still have all the good memories from before. It will be a new beginning, but you will already know how much you care about each other. This is how we get to the last moment of this discovery, where everything comes together perfectly. This is how we get to the last part of the story, where everything comes together and you realize that your trip here wasn't just about getting back a lost love. It was also about finding the amazing strength inside you when you choose to believe in your feelings, instead of giving in to your fears. Miguel asks me to tell you something that will make you feel it in your body. You always knew. Even when you were most unsure, even when others around you said you were wrong, even when your own mind gave you many reasons to think otherwise deep down, you always knew that this story was not over yet. That inner strength that helped you persevere when it seemed easier to give up will also guide you in the next steps. What's about to happen will test the emotional maturity you've developed during these months of personal growth. When that person comes to you, and they will, Miguel assures me you will need to be centered enough to hear not only the words that are spoken, but also the feelings that are being communicated behind them. Before continuing, write in the comments, "I am protected by invisible forces working in my favor." This final statement ensures that you will receive all the protection, serenity, and wisdom you need. She will come to you with her heart in her hands, but she will also have scars from an internal battle that almost destroyed her. She will arrive modestly, but she will still be a little scared by how exposed she feels. She will arrive determined, but also unsure if she deserves the forgiveness she is about to ask for. In that delicate moment, how you respond will decide the future of both of you and the example of greatness you will set for the universe. Miguel shows me that you are too kind to let this sacred opportunity go to waste, whether because of wounded pride or a need for revenge. Your soul has evolved to know the difference between what is just and what is cruel. It also knows the difference between setting boundaries and creating unnecessary barriers. You will listen with kindness, but also with an open mind. You will forgive with love, but also with dignity. The person who returns to you is not the immature person who left because they were scared. This person has been shaped by their own pain until they can love you with the depth you both deserve. Someone who has learned, in the most painful way possible, that there are things in life that cannot be replaced by anything else. You are the most precious treasure they have ever been lucky enough to find. If this spiritual movement has touched your life even a little bit, and if you felt clarity, acceptance, or just a sense of relief, click "Thank you." This helps strengthen the chain of light and allows these messages to reach other people who are also at their limit. When everything finally works out between you, and it will work out better than you can imagine. Right now you will look back and understand that every tear was necessary. Every sleepless night had its purpose. And every moment of almost giving up was a test of your faith that you passed with flying colors. You will see that the universe was creating a love story so strong and true that it needed to be tested to the extreme, so that you could be absolutely sure of what you really feel. From the moment she returns, and Miguel emphasizes that it will be very soon, a new phase will begin in your lives. It will no longer be as emotionally turbulent as it was in the past, with its ups and downs, uncertainties, and fears. It will be the mature stability of two people who know exactly what they want and are willing to do whatever it takes to protect that love. Miguel asks me to end this message by reminding you of something important. You no longer have to prove anything to anyone, not even to yourself. You have already shown great strength and faith in getting this far. It's time to be thankful for everything the universe has given you. Have faith that everything is happening at the perfect time. Trust in your heart, because it has never lied to you. Trust in the angelic protection that has accompanied you throughout this journey. Most importantly, trust yourself, the strong, wise, and loving woman you have become during this process of change. The ending of this story will be more beautiful than you ever dreamed. When you are happy with the one you love, remember that your strong faith made it possible. If this message resonated with you and made you feel connected to something greater, I invite you to join our spiritual community. Subscribe to the channel and share in the comments how this message has affected your life. Share your story, talk about what you've learned, and share with our community the signs you've been receiving. We are more than just people watching videos on the internet. We are souls connected, and we strengthen each other through words of light and hope. What you're going through might be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. We are stronger together. We are a spiritual family united by love and faith. I'll see you in the comments and in the next video. Thank you for being here. The text is now simpler,